Hey, second grade scholars, it's me, it's Mr. Gilbert, and today it's Wednesday, and we just finished writing about how predators or how animals survive in the Arctic tundra. Today we're going to switch gears and we're going to do a little bit of a fun write slash reflection of second grade. So I believe it was Friday? Uh, Friday. Friday. Friday, I had you write about what was your favorite part of second grade. Today we're going to just stop and reflect because we learned a lot over second grade. It's kind of a crazy, wild year. We had um, lots happening. We then had distance learning, which none of us had ever experienced, teachers and students had ever experienced in our lifetimes. But what area today did you grow the most in second grade? So I want you to take a few minutes before you actually start writing, and I want you to plan out a plan. It might be a box and bullet plan, or it might be a beginning, middle, and end plan, like we've learned thus far in second grade. So you might want to do the all one, two, three, and write maybe three areas you grew. Maybe you want to do, let me show you what I'm thinking here. Sorry. Maybe you want to do beginning. Whoops, let me fix that in a second. Maybe beginning, middle, and end. And you want to plan out, let's say you grew a lot in math this year. Let's say maybe you were a struggling mathematician. At the beginning of the year, maybe it was hard to add and subtract. And then the middle of the year, you got fact power and you learned right away how to add and subtract. You could do three, four, five, six-digit numbers. And towards the end of the year, you mastered the algorithm. Okay, so this is just an example. Yours should not look like mine right here, but when you turn in your writing, you should have a plan and your paragraph. So you might turn in the old box and bullet plan with the three details, or you might turn in a plan that looks like this. And let's say we do beginning year, middle of the year, and then end of the year, kind of where we are now. And then you kind of describe exactly what you were thinking as far as, let's see, there we go, as far as where you grow. So let's just kind of reflect for a few minutes on possible growth areas. Sometimes these areas, open-ended questions are a little bit tricky for scholars. Um, so I would say math. Yay. Let me get out of there. Math, specific areas you could grow: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, um, things that we've done all year. The algorithm, of course. Let's talk about. We can even branch out a little bit and say um, organization. Maybe you are really struggling with keeping your work organized. Let's say like coin counting at the beginning of the year. Towards the middle of the year, you worked on it. Maybe Miss Dixon helped you with some of her amazing math skills, and then you progressed, and now you are just awesome at counting points. So it could be something like organization. Reading. Okay, some areas you might have grown just to give you some ideas in reading. Maybe it was reading longer text. Maybe you had trouble sticking with the chapter book throughout the chapter book. Maybe it was tracking characters across chapter books, like Jack and Annie in the Magic Treehouse. You grew as a reader because at the beginning of the year you didn't really know how to tackle a chapter book, but then towards the middle of the year we read more and more, and you were able to then track the growth of the character across books. All right, maybe it's writing. Writing we did a lot this year. We wrote letters to people. We did a lot of argument writing, right? We talked a lot about how to argue, and at the beginning, you used to just try to convince someone of your point. You would say, let's say, like Skittles are the best candy, and then you give three reasons. But they didn't weren't the best reasons, maybe because we didn't have evidence. And then we learned how to find evidence in a text and say, like, Skittles are the best candy because they're made with high, whatever corn syrup and blah blah blah. And you were able to provide really, really detailed evidence to back up your opinion. So maybe that's how you grew as a writer. Oh, what else could we talk about? We could talk about science. You could talk about how in the beginning of the year in science you were maybe quiet and reserved, and you became more inquisitive, and you we were able to test our hypotheses and all of that stuff. So today, again, very open-ended prompt. The prompt is, what did you grow the most in second grade? So your topic sentence should say something like, in second grade, I grew dot dot dot, or in my second grade year, I became an excellent mathematician. And then you explain how, okay? So a very open-ended writing response. Say you should be turning in a plan as well as writing today, okay? So I'd say a plan as well as probably a minimum of 5 to 10 sentences, more along the lines of 10. All right. If you have any questions, please just reach out to your teacher and or reach out to me, and I will talk to you all tomorrow on Thursday. Bye, everyone.